Welcome to Cloudy AI Concepts. Let's take an adventure together to discover all we can about some common clouds and others no so common. I found AI did a good job with putting together charts showing the various cloud types. The specific weather conditions for the various cloud types will be part of this journey. From meteor dust at the edge of space to the fog beneath your feet, every cloud is a story written in altitude, temperature, and time. You don't need a telescope. You don't need an app. You just need to look up. Big, bright cotton candy puffs drifting along, often on sunny days. Clouds aren't just weather, they are the Earth's breath, the planet's mood ring, and a daily reminder that change is beautiful. The weather often covers the Earth in several layers of wind, water, and wonder. These heavyweights deliver hours of steady rain or snow. They are the generous giants that keep rivers flowing and gardens dancing. I started with prompting for common cloud types. I tried several different prompts to result in some variation in chart layout and style. I picked a couple of my favorites and used them to structure my presentation. A journey from the edge of space to the ground below. Identify what types of clouds we'll find there, and progressively work our way through the atmospheric layers. To get temperature in Fahrenheit and to get distance in miles, I had to be very specific to AI. We will start with the outer atmosphere, to the many other clouds resting at lower altitudes, and added those to the list. A more dynamic vision of each cloud beyond their initially detailed charts. Then I added prompting for uncommon cloud types. I ended up with a comprehensive list of cloud types: noctilucent clouds, nacreous clouds, lenticular cloud, mammatus, asperitas, Kelvin-Helmholtz. Across the vast distance between Earth ground level and the edge of outer space. And then thought it would be fun to bring them to life as a full-screen image in motion. We will start with the outer atmosphere. Noctilucent clouds. The edge of space itself. These are not born of Earth. They form where the Earth's atmosphere skims the void connecting us to the universe, over 83 kilometers up, on microscopic specks of orbiting meteor dust. Ice crystallizes around ancient stardust, and the result glows electric blue against the black of a summer midnight. They only appear when the sun has abandoned the ground below, but still skims across our atmosphere, above the shadows, interacting with the sun's radiation. Nacreous clouds. Lower now, but still impossibly cold. Minus 85 degrees. The stratosphere is usually empty and clear, but in deep polar winter, something beautiful happens. Thin clouds of nitric acid and water ice catch the last light of a sun that set weeks ago. They blaze with colors that have no business in a sky. Liquid greens, burning pinks, oil-slick purples. Pilots call them mother of pearl for good reason. But beware their beauty. These clouds are ozone destroyers. Their surfaces host chemical reactions that eat the protective shield above our heads. Cirrus. Here we can see what appears to be graceful, long, wispy feathers or delicate horsehairs made of ice crystals floating above all the others. Cirrus clouds are ice crystals, so high and so cold they never melt. Wind shears them into feathers, hooks, and streaks. Mare's tails meant a warm front approached. Weather would turn within 2 days. These are the first act of every approaching storm, the advance scout announcing change. Watch for them in the west at sunset. If they thicken and lower, carry an umbrella tomorrow. Cirrocumulus. Tiny, perfect, ordered. Thousands of small white puffs arranged in ripples like fish scales or sand washed by tide. The old rhyme still holds. Mackerel sky, not long wet, not long dry. Cirrostratus. Invisible until you learn to see it. A cirrostratus cloud is so thin, so stretched across the high atmosphere that the sun burns clearly through. But ice crystals bend its light. A perfect circle forms around the sun, 22 degrees of pale rainbow with the sun at its heart. Sometimes bright spots called sundogs appear at the sides. Medieval Europeans saw this and called it a sign. Altocumulus. Here the clouds begin to feel familiar. Altocumulus sits in the middle of everything. Not the ice of the highest sky, not the water droplets below. Often a bit of both. They appear as rounded masses, larger than cirrocumulus, arranged in patches or sheets. When you see them cast shadows on each other, you know the sun is still strong above. They signal instability, interesting weather coming, neither storm nor calm. Altostratus. The sun does not set, it fades. An altostratus layer turns it into a bright smear, a coin viewed through frosted glass. Shadows disappear from the ground. The world becomes flat and strange. This cloud means rain is already falling somewhere, though evaporation may eat it before it reaches you. Within 6 hours, it will not. The transition from altostratus to nimbostratus is the moment hope for dry weather dies. Stratocumulus. The most common cloud on Earth, the most ignored. Stratocumulus covers vast regions of ocean and land with lumpy gray-white patches, never fully closing the sky, never fully opening it. They form when stable air is stirred by gentle convection, breaking into cells like slow-motion foam. They produce almost no rain. Their role is larger than weather. These clouds reflect enormous amounts of sunlight back to space, cooling the planet. Stratus. Featureless, uniform, depressing. Stratus sits upon us like a lid, turning day into dusk, draining color from the world. It is fog that forgot to touch the ground. It produces no drama, no lightning, no memorable sunsets, just gray. Persistent, endless gray in a neutral sky. Nimbostratus. Dark, heavy, committed. When nimbostratus arrives, it stays for hours, sometimes days. The rain is steady, moderate, unrelenting. No thunder, no spectacle. Just the sound of water finding every surface. This cloud is thick enough to block all sunlight, turning afternoon into twilight. Cumulus, the cloud every child draws. Puffy white cotton with a flat base rising into domed towers, catching sunlight on their bright faces while shadows pool beneath. They form on fair days when warm air bubbles upward, condensing at a single, sharp altitude. Cumulonimbus, the only cloud that builds from the ground to the edge of the stratosphere. A cumulonimbus is more than a cloud. It is a weather system compressed into sky-scraping architecture. The base churns with dark rain, the middle flashes with lightning, the top spreads into an anvil of ice, flattened by winds against the tropopause. Inside, updrafts and downdrafts battle at hundreds of kilometers per hour. Hail forms, falls, rises again, growing layer by layer. Lenticular cloud. Not truly a cloud of altitude, but of geography. When wind flows over a mountain, the air rises, sinks, rises again in an invisible wave. Lenticular clouds sit motionless in the crest of these waves, perfectly smooth, lens-shaped, UFO-like. They do not drift, they do not change, they simply exist, reshaping themselves in place as air flows through them. Pilots avoid the severe turbulence beneath them. Dreamers photograph them and file UFO reports. The mountain makes the wave makes the cloud makes us wonder. Kelvin Helmholtz. Two layers of air, moving at different speeds. The boundary between them ripples, curls, breaks exactly like ocean waves. For perhaps 2 minutes, the sky holds perfect cresting tubes, white foam-like edges, the entire surf translated to clouds. Then they dissolve. The conditions are specific, the duration brief, the recognition rare. Mammatus. Pouches, bubbles, udders. The names are strange because the form is strange. It looks like a lumpy quilt, low gray layers with bumpy undersides that cover huge chunks of sky.
Indicating severe turbulence. As the chart fades, we see these clouds in their full dramatic form. Their pouch-like shapes create a mesmerizing and ominous sky.
Mammatus clouds hang beneath the anvil of a dying thunderstorm, looking as though the sky itself is melting downward. They look ominous. They are not. Mammatus almost always means the worst weather has passed. The storm is spent.
This chart organizes clouds by type and altitude. Now, we add
Asperitas. Until 2017, this cloud had not been recognized. Cloud enthusiasts photographed it, argued about it, demanded recognition, and the World Meteorological Organization agreed. Asperitas became the first new cloud classification in 60 years. It looks like the surface of a rough ocean seen from below, chaotic, rolling, almost violent in its texture. The formation is still debated. Wave action in storm outflows? Morning glory. We have descended to the surface now. The morning glory is not high. It is long, up to 1,000 kilometers of rolling tube, sometimes 2 kilometers wide, moving at 60 kilometers per hour across the Gulf of Carpentaria in northern Australia. It forms only in September and October, when sea breezes from both coasts collide over the peninsula, pushing a single massive wave through the atmosphere, and can be found only one place on Earth. Pyrocumulonimbus, the most dangerous cloud humanity can witness. It requires a wildfire so intense, so vast, that it creates its own weather. The heat rises in a column a kilometer wide, punching through the atmosphere, condensing into a thunderstorm that grows directly from flames. Lightning strikes from this fire cloud, starting new fires as winds accelerate the original burn. In 2019, Australia's black summer produced pyrocumulonimbus that injected smoke into the stratosphere, where it circled the globe for months. We have traveled from the edge of space to the breathing surface of the sea. The sky is not empty. It is layered with cities of water and ice, each with its own citizens, rules, and beauty. We have always lived beneath this architecture, and now you know all the names and their altitudes. The next time you look up, you will see more than clouds. You will see a world better understood because of cloudy AI concepts. Now the time has come to subscribe. Join us again on another journey very soon. Please, do give us a like and keep coming back to see what's new here at Cloudy AI Concepts.